Hello Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in to this, your monthly reading for June with me Lorien. It's an absolute pleasure to be bringing you this reading every single month. So this is for Aquarius Sun, Moon and Rising sign. This is a general read of the energies coming into you. So please just kind of bear that in mind. If you want to look at your other rising or moon or whatever videos, do take the time to do that, because I still get comments, that they are like better as Gemini moon. That makes more sense to them. And also the Venus sign, if you have, for instance, Venus in Sagittarius or something, that could be good to reflect the energies of your current love situation. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we have for Aquarius. Now, thank you so much for those who have actually purchased readings from me recently. I really do appreciate that. And also, if you do want to purchase a reading, just click the link below. It'll take you directly to my readings page. And also, for those of you who want the additional readings through Patreon, you can see all the details, on the link below. So let's just get this going for you. This is going to be using the Truth Seekers Tarot, and this does have some nudity in it. So in the event that there is a card with boobies, please be aware that you may see some women's naked parts. I mean, for some people it's no big deal, but you know. So what's in store for Aquarius in June 2017? Ah, that's interesting. I just got the message that something that you did in 2016 is actually going to come back to you this month. So let's have a look. Two of Cups, Strength, Prince of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Now let's have a look and see. Oh, and then we have the Fool beneath. Actually, I'll put the Fool up there. It's a very grey day today, so that's probably why it's a little bit blanching out the cards a little bit. I'll see if I can do it here for you. We have Two of Cups, Strength, Prince of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Fool. And like I say, they seem to be calling upon something that happened in 2016 that's naturally coming back to either help or hinder you. And this could be very strong for you to take notice of, because I do believe that despite all your progression and stuff throughout the last maybe few months, you will still have some of this karma to deal with, some of this kind of make sure that you have actually dealt with the lessons that 2016 gave you. So it's basically making sure that you learn the lessons of the universal year 9 of wrapping things up, and that you're actually going into the universal year 1 halfway point of the year, still taking on those lessons and learning even more so with them. Now, you're an Aquarius, you like learning, you have the ability to look outside the box. There are many people who do that and invent and kind of see things. There's a lot of kind of looking outside the box that you may be doing at this point in time. Now, the Two of Cups does indicate that somebody may actually be not a missing part of you, but something that seems to kind of guide you to have a partnership. Somebody who really understands your vision, who really understands where you're coming from. This is a kind of person that you could probably talk to for 7 hours and not get bored. It's somebody who, gives you interesting ideas and things. Okay, for some of you, particularly the women, this is somebody from the past who you may be thinking about this month. For the men out there, it could similarly be somebody from the past that you're thinking about this month, but it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic connection. This could be somebody like a family member that you're thinking, oh, how sad that was, or something. But majority of it, I do believe, is a little bit romantic. I do feel that you will be looking back at some things that maybe didn't go your way, maybe things just kind of stalled or didn't end right or something like that, and that's actually going to be adding fuel to your fire this month. It's kind of like saying that you have to release. You see this cloud up here that's just releasing some of the emotions. This is something that you need to release and actually get nurtured by. Just make sure that any emotions that are stored up are actually released through meditation and maybe some kind of energy work too. Now, you do have strength here as well. So I would say that this is a very connective energy coming through for you. It's kind of you taming this part of yourself that is very much impulsive. So I think maybe this is you kind of either taming yourself, or also it could be telling somebody very close to you to shut the hell up. So it could be Leo, it could be somebody of a very kind of impulsive nature, just giving you advice that you don't really want to hear. You don't need them to tell you this and this and this. You're quite happy, you know, figuring it out for yourself. It's unsolicited advice. It's stuff that you really don't want to pay attention to, and you can actually have the strength to tell them no. Could be a boss, loved one, family member. Just say, no, shut up, I don't care. In a nice way, obviously. But I do feel this is coming through very strongly for you in general, because it's almost like, again, Prince of Wands, it could be the Leo that's coming in, but most of all I see this as you having the creativity to put things into action. It's kind of as though you are taking the steps necessary to put your creative vision on the line and actually move forwards and see something that you really want to achieve here. I do see there's some mist and there may be some uncertainty of what you're kind of trying to achieve. Maybe you need some clarity in that. There's also some reflections that are here, so be careful that you're not focusing on a reflection. So, for instance, if you want to be focused on the moon, don't be distracted by how pretty it looks in the water. Look behind you. Look at the real thing. And that's like, oh, it's so pretty and it's aesthetic. Yeah, it's great. But the real thing is actually behind you. And it could be that you have to revisit something from the past to actually be able to kind of say, oh, yeah, of course, and move forwards in that way. It's all about timing, I think, this month as well. It's all about the kind of connection of you and where you see yourself going. And then you have the Seven of Cups here. So the Seven of Cups is particularly important. I do feel that you'll have several choices. I see education here as well. So there could be something about learning, about moving forwards, connections again with other people. It's like you're getting a crew on board. You know what I mean? You have 3 recruited already, and then you're going to have these other 4 coming on board as well. And maybe it's a gathering of friends as well. You're having a gathering of friends and they're all coming on board, or you're all, you know, kind of connecting. The ship's coming in, you're waiting and biding your time. This seems to be definitely something that you've waited a long time for. And I do believe this is going to be of great benefit to yourself because you have the Fool here. Now, the Fool is the Ghost card, which is the base, coming right up through the cards, just to kind of have a look and see, you know, what the top brings to you. But this is a new beginning. You know, even the dog here seems to be saying, go on, go on, go on. So it could be your kind of guardian angels, guides, saying, you need to do it, you need to do it. But I do think that sometimes you do have to look where you're going before you leap. So maybe this revisiting something of the past is something that you definitely need to look into, because I do feel that for a lot of you, you are going to be maybe looking into certain things and trying to regain maybe some kind of level of yourself, some kind of balance here. And I do think that that's very important for you to achieve. So let's see. I always close my eyes when I do these, so forgive me if I stumble a little bit. So what do we have in store for Aquarius for June 2017? Okay, have you? Oh, it's in reverse though. Okay, so I'm going to get another one. This is Bacana. This is birth, fertility, growth, liberation, love affairs and stuff. If it was that way, it would be great. But because it's that way, it means it's anxiety, loss of control, maybe, deceit, kind of too much abandon, like, oh, wonderful. This could be that you're a bit nervous about doing something, a bit nervous about moving forwards, or maybe somebody around you, again, that person who you may have to say, shut up, just shut up, go away. It could be that they're actually doing a little bit of deceit for you, but you have to put them in their place. And let's have a look, this one. Ooh, okay. This is Manas. So this is the self. This is the human race, social order, awareness. So you basically have to come into a higher sense of self-awareness, what you want to do, consciousness, community, social order, like I said, helping people that maybe are lesser than yourselves, communicating, getting them all on board, being a little bit charity this month. Again, maybe reaching out to somebody that it didn't really end with in the past. Maybe it just fizzled out and they left it alone and they kind of walked away and the love kind of died. Maybe it was just a snap judgment from both of you. Maybe it was an argument that didn't really have any closure. Maybe it was somebody who thought they were doing right for you by, I don't know, cutting things off. Maybe it was a father and mother, something like that, that you need to kind of resume this sort of karmic thing. But either way, I do feel this is all coming through for you in a very positive way, Aquarius. It's not like you have to, revisit painful things, but just kind of make sure that you've learned from them. It's like this month is a total month of lessons, and I do think this is going to be really helpful for you. I do think that you're going to be able to look at it from various different angles and maybe take a look see as to what can really be achieved for you. But I do feel that there's some breakthrough here. I do feel that you're going to be able to just tell that person to be quiet and get out of your life, and to make sure that you have this connection and you feel really good about it. So please don't worry about this sort of stage. Just make sure that you're doing it for your own, and you have the friends that you need, and you have the connections that you need, and that you're not feeling like you're too stretched, like, stretched very thin, like you're not doing everything for everybody else. It's the time to move forwards on a new path. It's time to see what else you can do with your life. And I do think that this is going to be really good for you. This could be somebody who gives you that creative vision, a friend, somebody who really does support you, and then you're actually setting sail with the rest of them. But whatever happens, I wish you the absolute best of luck. Do let me know in the comments below how you're doing. And also, if you want a reading, as always, click the link below. It'll take you straight there. I'll be happy to do one for you, or get in touch. Also, if you would like to support me on Patreon and get access to additional readings, the information is down below. And as always, I really do love hearing from you. So if you want to give me a comment or subscribe, share, I really do appreciate it. And always to contact me on Twitter, and everything else is there as well. But I really do wish you all the very best. I really do. And again, take care of yourself. Make sure that you do draw the line in the sand where things like people are taking a bit too much of the mick, And I don't think anybody would actually say that you're doing the wrong thing there. But let me know how it goes. Have a wonderful June, and much love and light to you, Aquarius.